Stanfield, manager of dealer trading for eBay Motors, talks about what some dealers these days are doing to reel in potential online customers.
A lot of dealers are doing pretty well, but it's taking a lot of work, if that makes sense. So, we have a lot of dealers I work with. I was with a training yesterday with about 12 dealers, and a lot of them are finding success, but it was a lot of work as compared to what it used to be. So, they're spending a lot more time online, and they're doing the things that they before didn't have to do. Before, they'd put some cars online and wait for the phone calls. Now they're putting cars online with 50 pictures and huge descriptions and videos and being as proactive as they can be, and then calling every lead. In the eBay world, we do auctions, and I get them to start really low auctions. In the old days, they'd kind of wait for a car to sell online, and today they're calling the $100 bidder, the $200 bidder, the $300 bidder, because they know that these guys are out there, and there's traffic out there, but you have to work a little bit harder for it. And so that's a lot of my message when I'm talking to dealers is, traffic's out there. You got to go find it, though. It's not the old days where you just wait for the phone to ring. The phone will ring and people will walk in the front door, but most of these people are out there in the internet world, and you've got to really engage them. Well, on eBay, you can do an auction, and you can have a $100 start price, a $10,000 start price, whatever you like. And when somebody does a start price, if you ask for a $500 start price, an average eBay bidder is going to give you $500. So we're teaching franchise dealerships, that's not an insult. You ask for a $500 start price, that's what you're going to get. And so what are you going to do? If somebody bids on your vehicle, they're not bidding because they're bored. They're bidding because they want to buy a vehicle. So we call these people, and it's not a hard call like you might do on other leads, but it's, hey, I'm calling from Clayton Motors. How's it going? I see you bid on my vehicle. Do you have any questions? Have you ever bought on eBay before? Just a really soft, if you need help in this process, let me know. And the sellers who find that out and who do that the right way find a lot of interest because they call a bidder. Hey, you bid $10,000 on my vehicle. Do you have any questions? Well, do you have a red one, right? Just the general old things like we always did in the old days. You call somebody about a car and see what they're really looking for. And so the dealers we work with a lot are finding a lot of growth in that area.